How are you guys doing? Okay, so let me set this up. I'm not gonna stay long. I'm particularly exhausted today, so I'm not gonna stay long. I'm just going through my messages. So, welcome, guys. How na day? Someone says you have advised Peller to drop out of school. He will continue being embarrassed despite his riches. Well, you continue being embarrassed because of your poverty. You see, who told you Peller is being embarrassed? Somebody that is cashing in on your stupidity. Peller is much more intelligent than you. Do you think I get embarrassed when people troll me over religion? Do you think I get embarrassed? I had forgotten who it is that called me one day. Daddy Freeze, how are you doing? I'm worried for you. I'm looking at the person, I'm like, why are you worried for me? I want to remember who the person was. I did try to remember who the person was. The person called me and was like, are you okay? I'm like, am I okay? How? I don't know what they were trolling me over. They were trolling me over some shit. And the person was like, are you okay? Am I okay? Because some idiots on the internet are talking smack. Someone said, you can't serve two masters at the same time. Peller's mind is on the money. Nothing can stay in his head. Jarvis is his cause. You know, the problem is you are not talented and you don't have talented children. So you can't get it. If you had a talented child, or if you yourself had a unique talent, you will understand where Peller is coming from. The reason why you don't understand it is because, one, you are a slave to the matrix. Two, you are not talented. You are just regular. Regular. You don't know what it means to be the guy next door. You're just run of the mill. You don't have any particular gifts or talents. So you have to go through a system, and the system will choose where you are going to be in life. So you don't understand someone who doesn't fit into the system and can make it without the system. I'm not saying this to spite you, but it's the reality. You can't get it. You can never understand it. You can never understand it. I can understand it because I'm not in the matrix. Outside the matrix, I have seen what it takes to survive. I went to work on the radio, and most of my bosses did not have anything more than secondary school. Very few people on the radio that year when I was on the radio had university degree. Very few people. I stand corrected, but if I remember clearly, Dan Foster did not have university degree. May his soul rest in peace. I'm not sure, but I don't think he had uni. I said, DF, what will they insult your parents for TikTok? Now today they don't insult me. Somebody come, a former friend of mine, came under my post, my last post, and insulted me. I look at him and say, if I respond to this guy, I go give him fame. I just restrict him, delete the comment. Simple. I can't make money if you don't insult me. My views have to be so polarizing that you find yourself responding. And when you respond, you give me the traffic I need. Now the formula be that. Hey, you use the tissue so you don't put it on my sides. So if person decides say he want to insult me, now himself he did insult. So back to what I was saying, and I say this because some of you are the weapons fashioned against your children, and you are prospering. I show speed would have lost everything he stood for if he had listened to his mother. His mother said he should go to school. His mother could not understand the enormity of his gift. I show speed. You don't understand how big I show speed is. I show speed did backflip and landed on rice, and people ate the rice. As in, you guys have no idea. I show speed somersaulted and landed on rice and fell down on the rice like this, and people were eating the rice. If your papa somersault land for rice, people go chop am. Now say they can only be in Ghana. I guarantee you they cook the rice for Nigeria, I do the same thing, they go chop am. They talk like say Nigerians they different. They talk like say Nigerians they different from Ghanaians. Wait till we take the we move past themselves. I don't believe say Ghanaians move past us. Bismarck said he should find a teacher to help him speak well. His inability to speak well is his talent. The fact that you can't get it, it means you are a poison to your children. Because if your children had a unique gift, you will not be able to spot it. You should come and speak well, so it can end up like you. You that speak well, how far have you gone in life? Mention one thing extraordinary that you have done. Mention one thing extraordinary that you have done. You just see that there's nothing extraordinary to you. You are just you. Kabilane that does not even talk. Shebi PELLER they talk. Kabilane Gulen. He just sold this company for 900 million. He doesn't even talk. At least PELLER they talk. Egungun they talk. They yap Egungun. Egungun just buy a house of 350 million naira. In Nigeria, as Nigeria hard like this, he's getting endorsements. Let me ask you, the kind endorsements PELLER has, how many Nigerian professors have those endorsements? How many Nigerian doctors, how many Nigerian lawyers have the kind of endorsements that PELLER has? The kind of meetings PELLER is sitting inside and the kind of conversations PELLER is having. How many Nigerian musicians, how many Nigerian lawyers? Bismarck says, why is Nigeria promoting people like that? Bro, you are slow. Did you lick snail slime? Nigeria is not promoting anything. It is Nigerians that are so dense that content like this appeals to them. If I tell you that in my life I've never watched one episode of Big Brother, yet every year they do Big Brother, somebody blows. Why? Because Nigerians watch dumb content. Someone says, how many people are like Pella? Pella is just 0.5%. Once again, Obi, did you drink snail slime? Am I talking about talentless people like you or your children? I am talking about the 1% that have talent. I'm talking about the Kaby Lanes. I'm talking about the Egungus. I'm talking about the Pellers. I'm talking about the I Show Speed. That your parents and you will have become the weapon fashioned against them that prospers. Every day you are reading, the weapon fashioned against my children will not prosper. And there is no other weapon in this life except you and your mentality. You can't get it because you have no talent. To be honest, to go school, read book, come out, become nurse. You get talent. You get talent. Papa, me where they TikTok for 5 years, get only 160,000 followers. I understand that it takes talent to get 14 million followers. In 5 years, I can only get 160,000 followers. Just go and give me 1 million followers on TikTok. Then we'll now have this conversation. Just go to TikTok, get 1 million followers. 1 million tomorrow, get 100,000 followers. What exactly will going to school have done for him? He enrolled due to pressure. I called him, I said, Pella, you don't need school. You don't need it for anything. How many school Kelly go? You don't need it for, what does he need it for? What, at the peak of his career? So he can slow down for 5 years and then another person will come and take over in a talent industry. What does he need it for? Tell me exactly what he needs it for. If you think he needs it, then you don't have talent. Someone said, but how many? As in, it's like you people get more stupid by the days. Like every hour you get more stupid. But how many followers does Pella have on LinkedIn? What does he need LinkedIn follow? But oh go. Hello go. Ah. What does he need LinkedIn for? As in, it's like saying, Daddy Freeze does not have snow boots. Please, what exactly do I need snow boots for? Linko. Dingling. I'm not saying that LinkedIn is not good, but I'm not on LinkedIn. What do I, wait till I won't go talk for LinkedIn. Wale Prime said, Daddy Freeze, you are deliberately leading this country astray. Don't worry. I cannot lead you astray. You are already astray. Can this take him into his 40s? When I was on the radio at 19, what you said is what they said about me. The same thing you are saying today is what they said about me. That this thing you are doing, can you do it in your 40s? I'm turning 50 this year. If I can do it, imagine a 19-year-old or a 20-year-old. Can he do it? Do you know what? Do you know what his 40s will look like? You think his 40s will look like your parents' 40s when they were doing SOP in civil service? You think that's what Pella's future will be? I said, how do you think this move? They asked me that question. The guy that asked me the question still begged me for money 2 weeks ago. I just need look the guy, show my wife. See this mad person. Now he tell me those days, say, this work way they do, you fit do them in your 40s. I'm turning 50 this year. You know why? Because in Nigeria, you will go to school, come out with masters, then go to the UK and go and be doing care work. You can't understand talent. You don't have it. You are not talented. So you can't understand it. You have, see, you are in the matrix and you have matrix brain. It's different when you are in the matrix, but you don't have matrix brain. You are stuck in the matrix. You are trying to find your way out. The worst thing in this life is you are inside that matrix and then you have matrix brain. Good hair signature. Freeze. Are other options a problem for you? The insults are getting old. You know, your own stupidity. Nah, dozen by dozen. Now you carry and come from where you come from. That hair fire where you come from. Now dozen by dozen you carry your stupidity come. Oh, yeah, called Gani. They should tie you to the edge of a well. What options are you saying? That a successful person who is more successful than both of your parents should go back to school. And I'm trying to correct you so you have brains, so you not destroy the life of your children, just in case your children have talent, which I doubt they have, because they are going to resemble you, that resemble your parents. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for your useless children. That you have become the weapon fashioned against them that is prospering. You are angry. You they do work abroad, you they collect minimum wage, you they vex with person we don't blow. May on blow, may join you. Some of you should not even have children. Some of you should not be allowed to have children with this your mentality. Have you ever sat down to study what education was designed for? Education is great if you are going to be in the system. Education prepares you for the system. Somebody just they pop my money gun since. Make I go heal the person. Enoma, God bless you. Thank you for popping my money gun. Education was created to keep you inside a system. I'm not saying it is bad, but I'm saying not everybody needs it. And there are people who don't need it. There are people, and the sooner you get it, the better you will be for your own children. I'm not worried about you. It is your children that I'm worried about. Zubizil says, since I work for 14 years abroad, I return tax back every year. So I'm very, very passionate. Education remains the most sustainable means to survive regardless for the ordinary man. Let me tell you, in education, everybody is ordinary. You will see one or two extraordinaries. Everybody else is ordinary. You live an ordinary life. You are an ordinary doctor. In your state, you have one doctor that makes a discovery, or one doctor that becomes a cardiologist and is able to patent one type of surgery. Those are the extraordinaries. You are not one of them. You are just normal, average. Your destiny is to be mediocre. You don't know how bad that destiny is. You will never dominate any field. You'll just be there. You will serve. And when you are done, they will throw you away. And it's okay to be ordinary. But there are some people who choose to be extraordinary. But because you don't understand extraordinary, you try to downgrade them to fit your ordinary. They say similar mistake Korede Bello made. At the peak of his career, he took a break and went to school. Eh, you are challenging my soul, Baba. Daily sings, the day you do something extraordinary, that day you cease to be ordinary. The day you do something extraordinary. And if you can find it in you, it can be your music, it can be a discovery. There's something in you. Looking at someone like Daily Sings. Daily Sings has 3 degrees, 2 masters, finished top of his class. If he can sit down and figure it out, he can be extraordinary. As a matter of fact, maybe many of you have missed it. But those of you that have missed it, your children might not miss it if you are open-minded enough to understand that what they are talented in, you cannot understand it. It doesn't have to fetch you fortune. You don't have to be rich to be extraordinary. The first step of knowing that you're extraordinary is when you're not in the system. The fact that the first step is out of being extraordinary is you are out of the system. You're not part of the system. You don't depend on the system. Peller does not have to work. There's no office that he's going to that he has to go at 8 a.m. His office is anywhere he decides his office to be. Before, I used to record in my sitting room downstairs. Before, I used to record backing the wall. One day, Tazebos wanted to do something behind the wall and said, look, I'm going to be behind this wall. Can't you record using the curtain? That's why I switched to curtain. Curtain became my identity. Someone said, Daddy Freeze, I'm concerned about my kids' future. I like you. The fact that you are concerned is a way to success already. The fact that you are concerned about your kids' future. Someone said, Daddy Freeze, would you allow Baby Freeze to understudy Peller? In a heartbeat. But you see, the problem is I don't know what Baby Freeze wants to be. And he's young. Yeah, good evening. Good evening. So I'm not going to push him in any direction. Yeah. But if I see him edging towards a direction, I will not stop him. And if he can convince me that I tell you, I've told you my story before. 19 years old, I gained admission into the university. We now had a 1-year break. 1995, 96. What did I do? I went with my mother to Romania. My cousin Gina, who was born on the 8th of May, she's turning 50 with me this year. Now, 2 days I used to take senior round. So Gina came to visit me and invited me to a radio station show. She said, come, let's go. come on, feature on my radio station show. Now, so I follow him. I got there. I realized I could. That was the day I realized that I can do this thing that they are doing. I can do it, and that is when my passion for radio started. When I got back home into Nigeria, I started looking for radio work myself. I finally got a radio job. So I was in my 100 level in a talent industry. Nobody in the radio station asked me, what's your degree? They'll give you an audition.
Yeah.
What made me have good diction? I had good English teacher. Shout out to Mrs. Okoye in secondary school. I was vast in my reading. I used to watch documentaries on TV. I watched Sesame Street as a child. It helped me with my pronunciation. And I could flow. If you put me on the radio now to do a talk show, I will do talk show for you. If you put me on the radio now and tell you to do DJ radio work, it is 96.9 Cool FM. You just listen to R. Kelly, blah, 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 whatever the song is. Here's Rema featuring Rihanna, and the song is called Talent. As I talk to the song, they go on that, Papa, I can do it in my sleep. Wally Prince said, your cousin realized your eloquence and talent. And no, it wasn't my cousin that realized it. I was just a black boy in Romania. In Baia Mare, there are no black kids. As in zero. They'd never seen black people before. They used to call me black. See, as I be like this, as I yellow like this. A black man I be for you, bro. So I couldn't tell them when I was much younger. I said, my papa, they call my papa black. They say it's a lie. Nobody can be blacker than you. My papa show like this. One of my cousins carry me go on. So I say, oh boy, your papa black. Oh, my papa we black like charcoal. I tell them, say my papa black person. They say, a lie. They had never seen black people before. They see for TV. But they not just believe it. Romania. So I was just a black kid that they felt that, okay, if they take me to the radio, I might be fun. So she invited me to the radio station. So what am I trying to say of essence at the end of the day is, in a world that is evolving faster than we can understand, be careful not to limit your kids because of the same ideology your parents had that limited you.
Yeah. This point that you made is one of the reasons why I actually wanted to come up. Because growing up, I had my elder brother. He loved, in fact, we are three guys in my family, and we all love football. Like, we love to play football, we love to watch football and everything. But my elder brother was different. Like, at every single point where we went to school, in primary school, secondary school, and all, it was always like outstanding. So I think it was in SS2 and he was taken to the UK. And after paying a lot of money for like school fees and everything, he dumped school and went to play ball. And then there was backlash. Like, family went on, oh, after we have borrowed money, after we have spent a lot of money, after we have gathered money, you now left it. So there was a lot of fight on him. And so at the end of the day, he found himself in a position where he left school. And because of the fear of family, also left football. So he did, yeah. He was in the Charlton athletic feeder team, like to just graduate into the main team. And the year he left football, the people that graduated, I think one of the like least footballers was earning like £35,000 a week or something. So like it was massive, but he left it because family was like on him. You know how Nigerian African parents are. You understand? So till today, right now, he's doing like coaching for little kids and all of those things. But his own passion was to go ahead and play that football. He was a midfielder. and I know he was going to become something. But so till today, I give my parents like the backlash on it. Like, you will not just allow this guy to do what he wants. You understand? So there are situations. So there are a lot of situations like that where you hold back your kids, and you put them in. You try to stick them deep into the matrix, and they kind of lose their path. So the question I was going to ask is, right now I have a daughter, and she's like very smart. She's like a year and a few months. You understand? And I'm so scared of that, of just taking the, because what, if you ask me now what I know, is just take her to primary school, take her through kindergarten, primary school, secondary school, university, and just push her into whatever it is that she finally says she wants to do. You understand? At the end of the day, she might just even look at one of her parents and say, "Oh, I want to follow my mommy's path, or I want to follow my daddy's path." You understand? But how do you guide those maverick kids, like those kids that you know that they are above the metrics? How do you actually guide these kids?
Very simple. When your daughter behaves like your brother, you see, your brother's story is similar to Fella's story. It's just that your brother was not bold enough to stand. Fella went abroad and came back as a musician. He wasn't sent to go and study music. Do you understand what I'm saying? Baba did not go to the university. I'm not saying university is bad. My first daughter has finished university. She's doing her NYSC. If I had seen a talent so unique and a drive so exceptional, I would have pulled out of the university.
Okay.
The thing is, my children did not have that drive I had. It doesn't make them bad children. The fact that you're in the matrix does not make you a bad person. Do you know being in the matrix is safe? I'm not safe.
Yeah.
You are safe where you are. I'm not safe. I don't have a pension system. What if tomorrow everything I'm doing fails? I'm messed up.
True.
Do you understand? The moment you are safe, you are ordinary. Extraordinary people, the first thing you notice, they are not safe. There's a risk factor. There's a risk factor that I have that you don't have. You understand?
Yeah.
And if somebody is willing to bet against the risk, it looks like this thing is not going to work. But each time you take a step in life, you are going against reality. When you see that drive in a child, try not to be like our parents that bide it.
Yeah.
Yeah. To even buttress your point, to what you are saying about your daughter, I've got 2 daughters myself, and I just feel it's not something you force in them. You will start seeing those traits. It's not left for you from your thinking and the idea and the exposure you have now. So that's okay. Let's push this girl. So, and I think that's where parents actually comes in to now guide them, because as a child, even as a child, if you have a talent to play football, you need guidance on how to start, foundation. So that's where parents should come in. And people even say Bella should go to school. I don't think it makes sense. If he needs any brush up, he could easily get a tutor that will just come around and tutor him. What's the point of going? Then you're going to go to school. In Nigeria, I did chemistry in Nigeria. I got overseas. I had to do extra course to be able to work. And I realized after some time, I work with pharmaceutical companies. People I'm working with didn't even go to university. They probably just done some lab training courses, you know, and they're just there. And overseas. Okay, now I've lived in 3 different countries. I'm now in Aussie. I've realized now that a lot of them say they don't even think the way we think. It's experience. They pay you by experience. Like when I was filling my job application to come to Australia, you can see my salary bar. Immediately I keep uploading reference for my work experience. You will see the metrics of the salary bar keeps going up. So it's based on experience.
Yeah.
Whatever once you can do the job, is your experience that now puts you on the level of your pay rates.
Okay,
so,
sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
To cut you off. The thing is that the way the educational system, especially in Nigeria, the way the system is built, it looks as if it looks as if the end goal is not making money. It's like there's a greater good or there's a greater end goal. Meanwhile, it's making money and just be able to take care of yourself, take care of your family, and be able to do as much as you can do.
I will even say it's the other way around. So in Nigeria, I think in Nigeria, people go to school to think, okay, if I go to school, I will make money. It shouldn't be like that. Going to school doesn't guarantee you will make money. When we were going to school, I know people are doing...
No, going to school gives you
I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Hold on. So it's not school equals money. So it's school equals career that can now bring money. Right?
But even your career, because you've gone to school and you're in that line of career or that line of profession, doesn't guarantee you'll be richer than the person that didn't go to school, or you'll be richer than the person you did the same course in the same career.
Mm-hmm.
You can now channel yourself.
They like 5,000 lawyers to bar last year. I believe we also saw that news. 5,000 lawyers called to bar. Which case they won't go judge?
Aside that, even lawyers now, you can't be a litigation lawyer and you expect to get most from it. You see, most lawyers that have schooled back in the days, they switch into consulting because that's where the money is. So if you say I'm going to study law because you see one man that is a lawyer that is rich, it's probably into consulting. It's how you can now channel yourself, make it. It's like if you have a land, you want to do business. So people want to open a bar, but another person will have the same land and think, okay, I will have a bar, but I will use it as a mixed use. So it's how you can, you cannot have a bar, have a car wash, have like a kids theme park. It's how you can think and be innovative about yourself. So I just feel for PELLER, I don't see why he wants to go to school. Then in Nigeria, he's going to school. Let's even say he's doing a 4 years course or he's doing a hard course that is 1 year. They will now strike again. Then he's going to be in school for how many years? My course in Nigeria was 5 years, but I was strike. During the strike, they were striking because some lecturer in Ilorin got sacked. So all other lecturers from other university were striking. But whereas Ilorin was still in section, the University of Ilorin was in section. A guy that left us in my uni to go to Ilorin to do another course graduated before us. You see how so the system in Nigeria, it doesn't even encourage it. So for somebody like PELLER that is already making money, he just needs a brush up. It's something he can get a tutor for. Somebody that will just tutor him 1 hour, 2 hours, maybe every weekend, then he can still do his thing. And even if the teacher will accept, if he's creative enough, if the person will even be on his stream. That's another.
Let me even tell you something. Why do people watch PELLER? I go to school. I go to school. I go there. That's why they watch him. Do you think if PELLER came and was talking like I'm talking, do you think people watch him?
Yeah, there's no difference between PELLER and
Thousands of people.
No difference. The only difference between PELLER and a show speed is PR thing.
It's not even PR. I just think it's the part of the world action speed is from. It's the part of the world. If action speed is in Nigeria, they will be seen in the light of PELLER. I'm telling you, it's just the part of the world he's from.
Yes. No. See, what I'm saying, understand what I'm saying. The difference between PELLER and I choose speed is the team he has around him. Do you know that this talk that I choose speed is going for is not the main brain behind it now? He's not the
Of course.
only person. There is a team around this whole thing that is making it work. Pella does
You know why people? Why I think? Don't let us get it wrong. It's not as if it's what Pella is doing that people is telling him to go to school. If it's about the creativeness, his niche, people, that's what people like him for. But is his character, the way he reacts, the way he talks, that is why people are saying go to school.
Can I chip in something here?
Sorry, before you say something, do you know that the way you are looking at Pella, he will still go and deliver a course in Harvard. He will still go and deliver a speech in Harvard.
Yeah.
Harvard Business School will invite him, ask him how he does his things, set a team to study him, because managing a talent like Pella and taking Pella from making $100,000 a stream to $1 million a stream is the next generation course that they are beginning to fashion in business schools. How to take a talent that is making 100,000 and turn him into a talent that is making 5 million. And the case studies are Victor Osimhen, Pella. You think Harvard is not watching? You think Harvard is not watching these people? You think Harvard is like University of Ibadan? You think they are not? You think they are not watching these people to try to understand them, to write algorithms about them, to write theses about them, case studies about them? Do you know that there are people who did not go to school that they are studying in school?
Kardashians are examples. The Kardashians are being studied in school.
Brimo.
There's a university that studies the Kardashian. And let me say something about this attitude that you're saying. Some of the videos that people have seen Pella off social media is very different. You see the way he behaves online, that's his niche. When Pella sits on live and he's calm, Pella is not rude as people think he is. So when you see Pella insult someone, that's what they do on their live stream. If you come on TikTok, that's how they play. Or Google kill you is a normal slang. But when it comes
it's
to
not even. What I'm even saying is when he's not on his stream, I've seen him in events, the way he carries himself. It's just about decorum. And I think that's why people have problem with him. They are not complaining about what he does on his stream.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying to you that don't let us get it wrong. Not like they are complaining about what he does on his stream. It's what he does and how he acts outside his stream. And that's why I'm saying he doesn't even need to go to school.
Outside. How many times have you seen him act outside?
I've seen some few videos that even me, I would think, this guy shouldn't be doing this. This is not a live stream. You are now even with out
of 100, you don't really know Pella then. I watch Pella. See, I used to say, I testify about Pella because of what he did for me when I was going through chemotherapy. If you know Pella and you come on Pella's live stream and you see, you can't go out of Pella's live stream without smiling. It's impossible. What I went through, doctors could not even do it. They'll say, oh, your BP is much better today, just because I sat online watching Pella. He has one of the sweetest hearts, softest hearts. He never holds grudges. I'm not saying this because I like Pella. I've studied him. And as you said, we're not saying there are some places he cannot adjust. Pella of 5 years ago or 4 years ago, it's not the same Pella I want you to know. Pella is evolving to himself. He's so mature if you're around him. He just does all those things because, have you come on Pella's life? Pella is sitting down, not even talking. He's on his phone, and 100,000 people are just there watching him. He brings people up. I keep saying it. He brought a mother that had a twins. I think there was no money. He raised about 3 or 4 million naira for the person. Come on his live stream. He's constantly bringing people up. There was a day he brought people up to advertise their businesses. One of the girls today is still giving free eyelash to anybody that comes and say I'm Pella's fans, just because he was able to advertise the person's business. So if you don't know him and you pick all those little one things, you use that to judge him. And that's not how he is.
No, I'm not judging him. I just feel is, I feel Pella has gotten to a stage now. He's gotten to a stage now that he needs a bit of brush up, which can actually now elevate his niche furthermore.
Or destroy his niche. The brush up can also destroy his niche.
About what he's doing. He's doing well on his stream. I don't have any comment about what he does in his stream. If that's what he does and he has made it that far, I just feel I see him act some ways in other events that is not on his stream. It's just himself as his personality. That there is a way you package it. It helps with packaging. I'm actually telling you, if fella has somebody, he just need to go to school. Just somebody to tutor him.
All he needs is a good management team that understand him. And say, when you are in public, you can't say this. When you are in public, you can't do this.
You've said something about this, that the first said something about management team, which I agree with as well. But somebody made a comment that on this section, on your live section, then that, oh, Pella doesn't look like somebody that will listen. So that's why I feel maybe if you get a bit of brush up, he acts like somebody that he will still do what he wants to do. So depending on who is managing him, though, maybe he will respect depending on the caliber.
That's the magic.
Managing him. But I just feel
the fact that he does what he wants to do is the magic.
Which will help him. Which will help him. Because I feel if he has that brush up, he would probably have other ways of going around things, the way he does his things, which will elevate his talent more.
Let me give you an example.
It doesn't
issue with saying what he does.
Sorry, sir.
Stop saying his age. Pella is 20. People keep saying, Pella is young. Pella is not young anymore. He's an adult.
He's acting his age and he's 18. If you know Pella, you know that Pella has changed. Pella is not the same Pella.
That's what Pella should do. But in his age, Pella is 20. Pella is an adult now. He needs to do more better. People keep talking about Pella as if Pella is 13 years old.
I'm not looking at Pella as if Pella is 18.
Do you realize that in Nigeria, you do not become an adult until you turn 21? In Nigeria, you are not an adult. You don't attain full majority until you are 21.
It's like you are saying, Zazu, you go to school or go and look for education. Anything that makes Zazu go and look for education, your career don't end.
You see, I will say Zazu. You see, that's the thing. You see, don't get me wrong, go. I will never advise somebody like Zazu to go to school, because what he does doesn't really need. It's kind of music, but what streaming? Okay, this guy was saying. I was listening to. Is it Elon Musk? Elon Musk was saying I think by year 2050, we won't even need doctors anymore. There are some degrees that won't even matter anymore. So even if you are in tech,
network.
Yeah, network. Pella, what do you expect from a 21 or 20-year-old boy?
Somebody say what Zazu need is more prison.
If anything, I said it last time here. I give Pella 1,000% of how he's navigated the media. He's navigated the media better than
There are no rules. There are no rules.
There are no rules. Pella has even, this life. He doesn't smoke. He doesn't womanize. Do you know how many kids his age, with the kind of money they have, you will find them everywhere. I've never seen him in the designer store spending money on Gucci or buying things. He said something on his live stream. Somebody told him to buy a car of maybe, example, 500 million. He said, no, I'm not dumb. I save my money. He said, the only time I'll buy a car of 500 million is if I have 20 times that money. The car I bought now, maybe I have 10 times of it. People were now beginning to calculate how much he has as a kid, which was more over 1 billion naira. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So when you pay attention to this boy, you realize that he's smarter than you think. Pella is very smart. The one videos people are saying, I used to say it, he's not dumb to just wake up and start misbehaving. Somebody has either looked for his trouble and he answers the person, which all celebrities do. You even go to a celebrity's session, you type something that is wrong, they set camera and they give it to you, because why do you come there to come and do something? That's what I'm saying. Pella is smart if you are close to Pella. His team said at times they'll say, Pella, come on live. He said, I don't want trend. Can you notice that the last 1 week, this boy is trending effortlessly? He doesn't need to put in effort to trend. And that's all you need. He was on 14.4 followers maybe 3 days ago. Go and check. He's on 14.5 followers.
14.5, yeah.
Do you know there are some people that if they release their bench tape, they still not go trend?
Yes. People are on TikTok to collaborate with him few seconds just to get that visibility. They are begging him, please, can we come on your live stream to hold a box battle so we can get that visibility? People are begging Pella. He himself, he doesn't even look at himself as if he has that force of nature out there in Nigeria. He does not.
Yeah.
He just needs, as we said, refining, good management, and you see him at the top. That's all.
Somebody asked you a question. Somebody said, if he didn't help you, would you be saying the same?
I'll say to him. Yes, because I have seen it. He doesn't need to help me. I've seen him help others. I have seen others.
She experienced him firsthand.
And I experienced him firsthand. Have you gone on his live stream? He brings you up. I said he will give you charges to go and withdraw it. He's about to play a match and he's promised his fans 10 million naira. He said he will bring you up. He gives you 1 million. Pella doesn't give 50,000, 100,000. He gives 500 upwards. Some of his gifters said, Pella, do you know why we give you? We see you give it back to the community immediately.
Yeah.
At that age, do you know the kind of shoes he would have bought? Do you know the kind of dresses he could have bought? I said he's navigated this entertainment industry at his age. That people are saying he's not young. Okay, he's not young, but at his age, 20 to whatever age, or 22 or 23 he is, he's navigated the industry so good.
Even at this age, do you know how many people will have come out and say, my daughter, Pella is the father of my daughter?
Did you see any brand call him out and said, we gave him money to influence and he did not do it? Have you seen anybody call him out? No. Have you ever seen people are expecting him okay, do you know why Nigerians would have said he's smart? If maybe he has gone to drink and cheated on maybe his girlfriend and there were videos of him out there, those are the things people want to hear. You've never heard such negative news about him. So I don't know what people have against him. If anything, I expect people to say, look at this boy, despite the money he has, he will still come on TikTok and struggle and give other people. And say, I remember where I was coming from. And call people out. Pregnant women, he will give you and give your mother that came from Mugo. How is that possible? Is it not?
Yeah.
And it's not pretense.
Yeah, the thing is that in this media space, there's a thin line. The line between being in the spotlight and being forgotten is very thin.
Very thin.
Yes, and that's why I say he needs a management team that will keep him relevant. There are so many skit makers that we knew like 2 years ago that we don't even remember that they are. It's only when we see their videos sometimes we're like, oh, this one's still in media space. You understand? If he loses relevance, it will be very, very bad. And it's just something to keep him relevant, something to put him out, to keep putting him out there. You understand? That's what I feel he needs. No be school, no be. And that management definitely recommend exactly the education and the orientation that he needs. I'm echoing. Yeah. So that management will definitely understand what he needs and how to shape. Like I always go back to this issue. Why am I echoing? Bro, like you're are you on the airport? I can't even hear you. Okay.
Yeah.
It was the airport. Like I should speed movement. Whenever I look at it, because I've been in the background team of someone before, and I understand what it means to be in the background. That I should speed can be traveling with like 70 people. Can be traveling with like 50 people.
Yes.
That will ensure that all of these things, all you are seeing is just him touching the phone on his hand, saying, oh, doubling the chat, like and subscribe. That's all you are seeing. But there is a team around these things.
Yes.
Pella doesn't have that team, and that is very dangerous for how big he has become.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Honestly. That's just the truth. No be school matter. School, because the thing about this education that we're talking about, I like school. I went to school. But again, a lot of people that come out of school, by the time you are in like 100 level, 200 level, you don't get like some kind of carryover. Your mind will understand that you need to just go ahead and read your book. And once you are confined to that space of, I need to read my book, I need to pass my exam, You see this maverick mentality in your head. I die first. I'm telling you, all you want to do now is to ensure that you get that 4.0 or 4.5 or something and finish up.
Right.
Once you do that, the day you wear that gown, the graduation gown, and you come out and say, "Oh, I've graduated," your mind is looking for where you're going to use. Well, how are you going to make it your 4 years relevant?
Yes.
How are you going to make this 4 years that you just wasted? How are you going to make it relevant? You're not going to be thinking about, okay, where did I stop, or what did I drop off? You're just going to go back into looking for, okay, like the field says, the metrics. Go back out to look, okay, how am I going to make this thing work? I read medicine for 8 years. You cannot waste 8 years now. You must find a way that it will make sense. Even if it was what you wanted to do, or if it was a parent that pushed you into it.
Yeah.
You will just look at it. The 8 years it's not my parents' life, it's my 8 years that I lost. Can I find a way to make it make sense? And once you are already on that trajectory, before you look, you have done 35 years looking for how to make that thing work.
How many people use their certificates to work in Nigeria? How many?
Yeah.
School in Nigeria going, except nepotism, the few percent. Nepotism put them where they are, or the 2% that got it normally.
I graduated in 2015. The first and last day I saw my certificate was the day I graduated. As I dropped that certificate, I've gone into business, I've gone into driving jobs, I've gone into radio, I've gone into event management, I've done a lot of other things that I finished electrical engineering. I studied electrical engineering. I never touched electrical engineering one day. I've done many other things because.
What did you finish with? What did you finish electrical engineering with?
I finished with 2-2.
Same thing with my husband. He finished with 2-2. Today he's into facility management. Abroad, he had to do other courses because it wasn't working. He couldn't use it anymore. As we came here, he had to do other courses to divert. Now he's in business.
My certificate in Nigeria, I didn't even carry it to travel. I think it's in Nigeria. I don't even have a copy of it online. I don't even have a soft copy of it in the house for Nigeria. I'm in the US working my life out. You understand? So,
if you can speak 2 languages. My son now started kindergarten. No, he started French immersion in grade 1. He speaks French fluently. If my son speaks French now, you think we stayed in France. If our neighbors say, "Where are we from?" That is, my son speaks French. Because every job you are looking for here now in Canada, if you are bilingual, you get it. And they don't need more than high school. They don't need more than high school here. That's all. You go to Tim Hortons, you go to Dairy Queen, they are all Indians that can barely even communicate. But they need them for the smartness of their brain. But to communicate, they're always getting your order wrong. So it's not even about the school. Peller can speak the basic English. He has the secondary school certificate. He comes abroad. They will employ him for his smartness. They're not going to look for it. They don't need his education for anything. He's making the money. What do you want
if Peller comes abroad, now to study, the hotel I stayed in London was about £800 a night. That's where Peller was staying.
See?
You don't forget, say one day we had fire drill. I came down and said I saw Peller.
Your guys came
I said, how Peller you there here?
You there here, yes.
£800 a night. How many of you will go to London and stay in 800? Some people don't even know that their hotel that is £800 a night.
This is right. That's 150 pounds.
Sorry. He flew business class to London.
What else? And
As
he's
in,
still managing.
I have another maverick in my family. My sister's son. What he has passion for, none of us in the family. In the family now, children and grandchildren, we are like 30-something now. My parents' kids, my parents' descendants. None of us in the family have understood what he's into. I think he should be like 13 years old now. He's interested in history, in language. He wants to know the history of the Igbo tradition. He wants to know the history. And the things that the normal mind does not even understand where you are going to with this thing. How to even guide him. I don't even think we have we have the capacity to even guide him on this path because
Just follow him.
I know somehow, some way. Yeah, I know somehow, some way there is a path. I know because international relations is there. There are a lot of things that he can do. You understand? But where he's going with it, there's one language, one ancient Igbo language that they write. I can't remember the name. This is CBD. Oh yeah, in CBD, that's the language. He writes in CBD. I don't even know what that is. You understand? His mother doesn't even understand. His mother is like, where did you get this thing from? You get. But that is the way he's going right now. He's still 13, so we are looking on how to guide him through the path. You understand? And I told his mother, this boy, just leave him. Anything, anywhere this thing blows, anywhere this thing carries him to, let him go. Let him go there. You understand? But a lot of times, there are no, like for my brother, for instance, I made the example. There was nobody to actually say, I need this boy. 35,000 pounds a week is how much in Naira, for God's sake.
My brothers, let me go and sleep.
How much are you looking for?
Let me go and sleep.
What family looking for?
And Prince, thank you so much. I'm always interested in meeting
Good
Bella.
night. Yes,
and
yes,
if I get
yes.
opportunity, I always like to come up and talk about it. Thank you.
You need to see your videos. You need to see your videos when you talk about it.
Who? Me?
Bella.
Or
Bella
like Prince?
needs to see your videos.
Don't worry. I will tag him in one of them.
Okay. Thank you so much, Daddy Freeze. Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Good
bye.
night. Our evening is just starting here. It's just 8 p.m. here,
Yeah.
so. Okay.
Good
Bye.
night.
It's 9:48.
Good night.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.